Okay, what is up? So now I got the Detroit Lions 7 round mock draft. So yeah, I did the Jaguars one before this. We'll go through each team one by one. So Lions, we got in the first round. I went with Aiden Hutchinson. I thought too good to pass up on. Amazing culture guy. Like he could step into that system straight away, set the tone for that defense. It's not like the edge is a massive need for the Lions. That they got the Aquara brothers. The Harris had a breakout year after being kind of a draft bust, but he is a free agent, so you don't know if we'll get him back. So there is definitely more positions that they could use, like Kyle Hamilton, like safety's a bigger need. But just the upside of Aiden Hutchinson, and also I feel like the floor of Aiden Hutchinson is just a really solid NFL player. So even if he doesn't turn out to be this elite pass rusher, I think he'll still be a really good player. So staying in Michigan also, it just seems like a Dan Campbell guy. Also, Dan Campbell would just love this dude. I see them cracking it up and everything. So I just felt like it was too good to pass up on, and just kind of the obvious pick. Oh, I just went to the second round. They got 2 picks in the first round. I'm an idiot. So the second pick, I went with Jaquan Brisker. Amazing combine. Is probably going to shoot him up a bit. He looked like he's probably my 3rd ranked safety. Really good at Penn State. Massive need on the Lions also. They could use that safety that can kind of be used all over the field. You can put him down in the box, cover tight ends, cover receivers, because he's got the speed, but also the size to cover the tight ends, and the speed for receivers. He can just do everything, and I think, you're building this defense already. This defense is already looking pretty good. The defensive line looking good now. Linebacker still needs some work. And then secondary, if you can get another corner, you've kind of got your safety pairing. If you could bring Tracy Walker back maybe. But they needed that kind of strong safety even overhang safety. And I think Jaquan Brisker can do both. Kind of fill in, because that was kind of a big need for them last year. Their strong safety position was not very good. And I think Jaquan Brisker is a really good player. So just really good value and position of need. And you might have already seen this. Round 2, I went with Christian Watson, the receiver from North Dakota State. Another guy who's going to really benefit from, the past month. He had the Senior Bowl where he was kind of the hot topic in the receivers. He was beating everybody, all the cornerbacks in each route that he did. Just looked really good. And kind of came out of nowhere. Coming from North Dakota State, smaller school. Nobody really expected a lot, and then comes to the combine, has an elite performance that has never been seen since Calvin Johnson. Seriously comparable scores on all the tests and everything. Ran super fast, so you can use him as a deep threat. I just feel like he's a really reliable target for probably Jared Goff, unless they bring somebody in, which probably won't happen. And I didn't give them a quarterback in this. So, just really reliable player. Just throw him up the ball. He can win contested catches with his size. He can run past corners with his speed. Good route running. Of course, he's still going to have some developing to do, just because coming from that small school. But, I just feel like he's one of the best receivers now in this class, and a really good pick for the Lions, and would fit in really well. Is there any more 3rd round picks? I don't think so. Nope. So 3rd round, Chad Mumma, linebacker, Wyoming. Big need for the Lions. Chad Mumma was too good to pass up on. He's just all over, just a really well-rounded linebacker who can kind of do everything at a good level, really good in coverage. I guess if you do say something he's not as good as a run defender, but definitely his coverage ability, which they could really use. I think they got Derek Barnes for the future, who could be good. But he's more of a run stopping and edge rusher kind of player, who can blitz very well. And Anzalone, he's a free agent, and I don't think he's a long answer anyway. He's just kind of an average linebacker. But I think Chad Mumma, a guy who's got really good upside at the linebacker position, I think he'd be their future linebacker for many years to come. So really like Chad Mumma. I thought it was a slam dunk at that point in the draft. Oh yeah, and I also went with Martin Emerson in the third round. Martin Emerson. He's best cornerback on the board at this point. Had some really good games in his career. A bit up and down at Mississippi State, but I'd say more up than down. Like the Alabama game, he was locking down Alabama receivers. Like that's probably enough to get him drafted. A pretty good point, just against the best group of receivers. He was doing very well. And for the Lions, they've got Emmanuel Oruwariye, who, you hope can repeat the season that he had. He had a really good year. You hope Jeff Okudah can come back after his injury and play up to that number 3 overall pick. I thought Melifonu, he was injured a lot of last year, didn't really get to show a lot, was pretty decent when he was on the field. So you hope he can develop more. That's 3 corners already, but you could always use depth. Like Martin Emerson, if an injury does happen again, like they struggled with injuries at corner last year quite a lot. So Martin Emerson, really good depth, could maybe develop into one of your starters if the other corners don't work out, because I think he is a really good cornerback. And just good all-around corner, good depth and everything. Round 4, I don't know if they had a pick in round 4. No, they did not. Round 5, there definitely was, wherever it was. Haskell Garrett. Interior defensive line, they could use some more depth. That's kind of what I was thinking. Haskell Garrett, he's not a very high upside player, to be honest. I just feel like he'll be a solid player and really good depth for your defensive line. Levi Onwuzurike didn't really play very well last year. And, outside of that, you got Lee McNeil at nose tackle. You got some other big dudes. Michael Brockers is older and was not good. So maybe Haskell Garrett can develop into, a similar type of player as Michael Brockers, just be a consistent player for many years. So I thought it was just really good value at that point. Trey Turner from Virginia State. Virginia Tech. Yeah, Trey Turner, a lot of people really liked him coming into even the combine and before the season, where it was a bit down for him, to be honest. And just had a horrible performance at the combine, but he does have that pedigree. Pick 179. He had a good career at Virginia Tech. Could be a future slot option. I'm all about St. Brown, probably the slot, but good backup, to be honest. They could use depth at the receiver position. They had one of the weakest receiver groups in the whole NFL. And you could always use more players. So that's kind of my thought process. Luke Goedeke, just good, too good to pass up on. Good value at pick 217. Just be a good backup if anything happens on your offensive line. I'm Central Michigan. He can do some developing because he's quite a raw prospect. So I thought it was a good pick. Last round, Nephi Sewell. Just kind of more depth at linebacker. I feel like he'd be a really good special teamer because he's a pretty good athlete. And is he actually related to Sewell? I think I might have saw something that it was, but I might have just been tripping. But I just think he'll be a good special teamer, and that's kind of, when you're this point in the draft, you're just looking for value. And I thought that was good value. Just take best players available. Smoke Monday. Hell yeah. Did I miss somebody? Nope. Yep, Smoke Monday. Another kind of player, strong safety, more depth in the secondary, got a cool name, seems like a Dan Campbell type of player. And that's it. So that was the Detroit Lions 7-round mock draft. I thought, addressed a lot of needs. really address the defense. Like, this defense is looking pretty good now. If they can pick up some free agents, hope some of these guys develop. A few years, the Lions could be a decent team. And yeah, offense, got depth at the offensive lines, some weapons, Christian Watson, Trey Turner. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of the mock draft in the description, in the comments, not the description, and I'll see you next time.